there's now a Core-Tex Sit where you can, to help people. So how does that work? I mean, is it something, because when you look at it, it would look almost like a Dynadisc and you're sitting there, and I know it's completely not. So how would you explain that to someone that's asking questions about it?
Well, it's based on the similar principle, which is the three ball transfers, and instead of it being flat, it's a little bit convex. So it's almost a little bit dome on shape, and it doesn't squish down like a Dynadisc. So I mean, that's a fair assumption that we get often, and people are like, well, why can't I just sit on a Dynadisc? And it is designed for chairs primarily, although there are certainly movements that you can do with it on the floor, and we have PE classes and things like that are using it. But again, the driving principle behind it is variability, and in this case, it's micro movements or micro variability when a person's sitting, because we get comfortable in these chairs, right? And as we get comfortable and we sit down in those chairs, there's very little energy expenditure, and because there's very little energy expenditure, we stay in that same posture for prolonged periods of time. But if we're on something that's completely reactive, so meaning that if I look out the window like that, there's going to be a change in the position of my center of gravity, which is going to be reflected in the Core-Tex Sit. And I'm just constantly kind of working on that little intermittent balance process. So, and because of the convexity, it doesn't squish down, it's kind of gently spreads the ischial tuberosities, which eccentrically loads the pelvic floor, keeps pressure off the coccyx, and provides feedback to the perineum underneath. So there's a little pelvic floor, there's a little low back applications in that sense. But and the fact that I'm sort of have to be aware, we think it improves engagement when you're working on the computer and that kind of stuff, right? Because I've got all these little kind of micro movements going on underneath, and that's actually beneficial metabolically, but obviously there's certain musculoskeletal things that if we can, again, dissipate that stress without it accumulating in any one position with physiological creep, that's going to happen within 20 minutes. If I'm just sitting slouched in this chair for all that time, I can avoid that. But it's a firm surface, so people will take it on and off their chair periodically throughout the day. It's not really meant to be like a cushion that you sit on all day, because your butt's going to get tired from it.